My friends gather around for a story that takes us to the historic city of Glasgow. It all began when my dear friend Ryu Ahmed invited me and zipped Scotland to enjoy the crisp March air. We were thrilled, imagining the beautiful landscapes and the warm welcome. But as our train pulled into Glasgow, a sense of dread washed over us. The air was thick with smoke, and sirens wailed in the distance. We soon learned the devastating news. A massive fire had engulfed a part of Union Street, right next to the iconic Glasgow Central Station. An old, beautiful building from 1851 was reduced to ashes. The station itself, a landmark since 1879 that had served countless travelers, was badly damaged. It took 250 brave firefighters and 18 fire engines to battle the inferno. It was a tragic welcome, a somber start to what we hoped would be a joyful trip. Raju was there to meet us, his face etched with the same sadness that gripped the city. He led us through the streets to his home in Now Govanhill was a unique part of Glasgow. It was a bit run down, yes, but it was also a vibrant melting pot of cultures. People from all over the world lived there side by side, in peace and harmony. It had a real sense of community. Rayu's family was a cornerstone of that community. His father, Qasim Ahmed, was a legendary figure. He was a Nai, which means a haircutter, and his shop was famous throughout the city. The sign read, Qasim Nai Lowry. You could get a haircut for just £3, a shave for £2, and even a modern shower with a fresh towel and soap for a mere 50 pence. He proudly advertised his prices as the cheapest in town, maybe even all of Scotland, and it was true. No one, not the Italians, the Greeks, the Chinese, or even the local Glaswegians, could match his prices for a genuine Lahorist Kyle cut. Qasim's shop was always bustling. People from all walks of life, especially those on social security, would queue up for his affordable equality services. He was so popular and respected that local politicians would ask for his support during elections. Knowing his word carried weight in the community, Qasim had worked hard his whole life to provide for his family, and he'd done well. When his son, young Raju, passed his driving test at just 17 and a half, Qasim gifted him a Rolls-Royce. It was a symbol of his success, a testament to his hard work. But such visible success can breed envy, and a dark shadow was lurking in Rayu's life. His schoolmate, a boy named Ramzan Jolahar, was consumed by jealousy. He couldn't stand to see Rayu's family thrive. He watched, he waited, and he plotted, looking for the perfect moment to inflict harm. That moment came in the wake of the Glasgow Central Fire. While the city was still mourning the loss of its historic building, Ramzan saw an opportunity to carry out his wicked plan. He decided to burn down the building where the Ahmed family lived. Like many in Govanhill, it was an old structure built back in the 1850s, making it vulnerable. Ramzan didn't act alone. He enlisted the help of a character known as Johnny the Skinhead. Johnny was an outsider, having moved to Glasgow from East London. He had a strange nickname, Jack the Dripper. It came from his habit of constantly eating ice cream that would drip from his mouth, a consequence of old injuries to his jaw from a pub fight. He was the perfect pawn for Ramzan's destructive scheme. One early morning, as Govanhill slept, and the city was still reeling from the first tragedy. A second fire erupted. The old building where Kasim, Raju, and their family lived was engulfed in flames. It was a horrific scene. In the ensuing chaos, it seemed like another random disaster, but it was a calculated act of evil. Every occupant of the building, including the beloved Ahmed family, tragically perished in the fire. The entire community was shattered. The loss of Qasim Nai Lahori and his family was a blow that struck the very heart of Govinhill. It felt like the city was cursed, plunging from one tragedy into another. But this crime would not go unpunished. In this modern age, eyes are everywhere. Hidden security cameras placed around the old building had captured the entire event. The footage was chilling. It clearly showed Johnny the skinhead setting the fire, with Ramzan nearby, directing him, pointing out exactly what to do. The evidence was undeniable. The police moved swiftly. Johnny the skinhead was arrested, and then Ramzan was caught red-handed, a can of petrol still in his possession. Faced with the irrefutable video evidence, Johnny confessed to everything. He laid out the entire nasty, horrible plan, detailing Ramzan's role as the mastermind driven by pure jealousy. The truth was out. Justice needed to be served for this unspeakable act. The court showed no mercy. Ramzan Jolahar was sentenced to 70 years in prison, to be served in solitary confinement. Johnny, the skinhead, received the same severe punishment. When the verdict was announced, a wave of relief and celebration swept through Glasgow. Justice had been done. Tim and I joined the city in its moment of catharsis. But this whole affair left me with a strange feeling. This story of arson, jealousy, and a character named Johnny felt eerily familiar, almost like a twisted copy of my own adventures. It seems someone out there is mimicking my life, my stories. So, a word of advice to you all. Watch everyone and stay vigilant. You never know who is watching you. Thank you for listening, and please take care of each other.